Sounding good. We're live. We're live. We're live. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to my channel and to my daily live show, 5 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday to Friday. Can't get enough of the cruise talk, I'll tell you. How are you doing, everybody? Hope all is well with you. I'm just muting a few. I always forget to mute some of my appliances here. Okay, it's all good. I've got an ad going over here. Oh, I see a YouTuber. A YouTuber's got an ad on the front of my show, and that pays pretty good. And then there's just me over here and me over there. It's only one ad out of 3 devices, but hey, try to make money, you know. Thank you, YouTube, for putting ads on my show. Fantastic. Welcome, everybody. If you've never been here before, I am Bruce. Traveling with Bruce. I'm sitting here in Canada right now. I always sit in Canada, generally speaking. I'm in Canada, in Creston, in British Columbia, just north of the Idaho border, about 3 or so miles. And a beautiful day here. It was absolutely clear skies this morning. Blue, sunny, not a cloud anywhere. And then, well, the clouds have moved in. And what can I tell you? We're going to get rain. I don't like the lighting. You see how shiny I am today? Hang on one second. I don't like that. I have to make an adjustment here. The big bucks are being spent here by the technicians that I've hired, mainly me. You know, if I come too close, you can see how shiny it gets. But if I sit back here a little more natural, there it is. Okay, it's just a big old light bulb that I have. And earlier in the day today, it was so sunny that the sun would have been pouring in here, and this would all be shiny. This would all be dark, but it now looks like I've got jaundice. So there you go. There's a little better look. The old computer. I know people have given me advice on how to make the settings work. I have no idea what that means. This computer, I don't know if it has the capability of making these adjustments. So I just kind of sit here and do the show with what I've got, and I ask you for forgiveness. Please forgive me for the low quality of the show. We're here to talk about cruise ships. This is what I do every day at 5 o'clock Eastern, Monday to Friday, 2 o'clock on Saturdays. We talk cruise ships. However, tonight at 8 o'clock, in 3 hours, I am back right here playing live trivia with you guys. I got my live trivia show on tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. Be here or be square. Thursday night, same thing. And I look forward to having you come by, and we'll have some fun. Anyway, I've let that ad run for about 2-3 minutes. I've shut that thing off, and now I'm going to watch I can see myself, see my channel, see my comments. Welcome, everybody. If you've never been here before, I love talking about cruise ships, cruise ship deals. I love talking about cruise lines, developments, news that's going on, happy news, sad news, whatever's going on. Cover it as best I can. Today, I updated a video about, not even an hour ago. Most of you probably haven't seen it. Those of you, I'm not talking about those of you who are here live. I think those of you who are live right now probably have seen my video already. But those of you who are watching this show tonight or on a rerun, I did a video about an hour ago before I went live on this show, talking about some cruise news for October 2018. And I only covered like 5 different stories. There's so much going on this last month. It's just unbelievable. If I did a video, one video about what happened for the whole month, it would take me an hour. You'd never watch it. It's incredible. But anyway, I did a quick, I was through 2-3 minute video today about some of the events that happened in the last couple of days. And the one story I saw this morning, and we see it occasionally, those of us who watch the news and love following traveling. Venice, the city of Venice, flooded out again. But apparently, the flooding is so bad in Venice this time around that it is matching some of the worst flooding since the 1960s. We're talking 50-year records being pushed around here. There are photos of people walking. It looks to me like they took 4 by 8 foot tables, like you use at like a dining hall or something like that. If you have like a dance in your community hall, you have these long tables you bring out. It looks like they brought these long tables out and just put them one after the other on like a long line, and people are walking on top of these tables. Well, I think what they are, they're reinforced, you know, they probably stack like tables, but they're reinforced units that people can walk on. So they, 5 or 10 at a time could be on one of them that won't snap in half. I think a typical 4 by 8 table in your community hall, you get 2 or 3 people standing on one of those, and they'll just bow and whack, down you go. Anyway, they've got these things lined up. I guess the city fathers of Venice, the tour organizers, and St. Mark's Square, and the merchants, and I don't know who else is responsible for this. They do the best they can with what they got, and thankfully the water that comes into Venice doesn't come in like a tsunami. It doesn't come in like in a wave. It just that the water levels rise. The water's just kind of standing there, and it's not moving very much. It's not like there's like a serious current. So they can set up these tables, what look like tables, and end to end, they just have them stacked up end to end. People can walk on them like a sidewalk. Well, these things are 4 feet high, and the water is like 3 inches below the top of the table. It's right up there. Normally, it's a foot or two, but no, not right now. It's 3-4 feet. People are up to their waist in St. Mark's Square in Venice. So if you were hoping to, you're taking a dream cruise, and your cruise ship came to the pier, and then you took a walk into, Venice proper, you're getting wet. Unless you got boots, even if you have boots, you're probably still getting wet. You thought of having a nice cup of coffee in St. Mark's Square and just watching the pigeons get fed by the tourists, and watch the zillions of Japanese tourists take photos and the gazillions of Chinese tourists take videos and photos, and watch the Americans eat too much, and watch the Canadians look at everybody. Watch the Europeans to shake their heads in disapproval across the board. If you're looking for that, like real life, you're sadly disappointed. You're not getting that experience today in Venice because it's flooded out. And so the Americans and the Brits and the Japanese and the Chinese and the Canadians and the Norwegians and the Russians are all walking around on top of these tables, trying not to fall off, and look around at the structures that are above the waterline. That's not good. And part of the reason for Venice having the issue that it's having is because of the weather lately in Europe. Europe has been getting hit with some nasty, windy, rainy weather systems, and cruise ships are having issues. I'm sure there are cargo ships out there not having a good time too. But the other day, I made a video about the Navigator of the Seas. The Navigator of the Seas, Royal Caribbean, left Southampton, got hit with some serious wave action, very unsettling seas in the North Atlantic, working its way south. And one of the stabilizers, of which there are 4, 2 on each side, one of the stabilizers got damaged somehow and caused a breach in the hull, like as in there's a hole in the ship. And water leaked into the cruise ship, and the alarms went off, and the staff were brought in to deal with it, and they probably set up pumping systems as quick as they could to try to contain it. Anyway, they moved the Navigator of the Seas off course right to Vigo, Spain. Vigo is how it's spelled. I say Vigo, it might be Vigo. Right over there, get her into port, and they radioed ahead, and of course there were crews waiting for the ship to get in there, and they had a pumper unit ready to pump out the water and also repair the hole in the ship. Now, I don't know what kind of a hole it was. There's no photos, there's no videos available. This is all top secret with the cruise lines. They're not going to share this with us. This is not what they want to brag about. Yeah, we had a hole in our ship. Come on next week, cruise. They're not going to talk about it. So anyway, they patched it up or repaired it or whatever the heck they did with it. They were able to deal with it, drain out the water, and continue on the cruise. Now, I have had a couple of messages from a couple of my viewers who I'm grateful as heck for. As a matter of fact, I think I got a message from someone who isn't a subscriber of mine, but he knows of my channel. And he knows I go live, and he knows I do videos. Well, I did the video on the ship, and he responded to the video going, yeah, you got it. And then he tells me some more information, and I read somewhere that there was flooding in some of the cabins on board the Navigator of the Seas. Probably on the lower levels, of course, inside rooms. Wouldn't that be fun? If you got yourself a real deal on a cruise for 10 days from Southampton and back, to go to the Azores and the Canary Islands and to Madeira and a few other spots in Spain, only to find out, no, that's not happening. First, we're going through a storm, so the ship's going to be rocking. Don't bother knocking, because we're going to be rocking. We're going to Vigo because we're leaking. Oh, and the leak is coming right into my cabin. Yeah, great. Oh, yeah, this is great. I'm seasick. My cabin is flooded out. Oh, and by the way, we're getting a cancellation of a whole bunch of our stops. Yeah, that's not fun. 25% credit given to the cruise ship passengers by the cruise line as an onboard spending credit, and then they gave them a 25% discount on a future cruise as sort of an opening salvo, and people are not happy. So yeah, interesting. Anyway, I commented on that in this video I posted today. In case you're not going to watch it, I'm telling you what you're going to watch. And then what I mentioned, oh, well, the Celebrity Constellation cruise ship was tied up at a port in Italy, La Spezia, I think it's called. That's just north of Rome, south of Genoa, north of actually Florence and south of Genoa. Anyways, it was tied up at port, and the lines snapped on the, I think, on the back of the ship. The lines at the back snapped. I got my, or it might have been the front. Anyway, the ship was now adrift in port. There are photos. I posted a couple of them. You can see the water in the port with white cresting on top of these waves. This is where the water is supposed to be like a tabletop, like flat, because it's behind the walls and everything. Sheltered port. The winds were so bad that there were huge waves in the port. This ship, being a 15-story tall building, that's 1,000 feet long. It's a giant wall being waiting to be pushed. It got pushed out, and it got knocked into a Costa ship that was tied up behind her. Minor damage to both, probably just some paint scratches. But 3 tugboats had to be brought to the assistance of the Celebrity Constellation because she dropped her anchor to try to stop her from moving. She had her engines on full bore to move her. Her engines could not compete with the winds. Talk about how heavy that was. So anyway, tugboats were brought in to assist and bring her back to where she's belonged. So that's what I talked about today in this video. A little this, little that, a few little things, a few pictures. Hope you enjoy it. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Give me thumbs ups here if you like this video. I hope you do. A couple of things I wanted to talk about today, though, current stuff. Then again, for those of you again who are new, welcome to the channel. Just quickly. Subscriber counts are going up again. We were at 4,640 yesterday. We're now at 4,676. 36 more subscribers overnight. Thank you, new joiners. If anyone is here that's never been to the show before, sign in like all my regulars are saying hi. Say hi. Tell me, where are you watching me from? What's your high temperature today? Welcome to the channel. If you have questions about cruising, anything you want to know about a cruise ship or cruise lines, fire away. I'm more than happy to try to answer them for you. That's what this show's for. As far as news goes, a couple of things that I noticed today that I thought I'd mention. Norwegian. Now, Norwegian Cruise Lines, the kings of nickel and dime, the nickel and dime cruise line of the world. Hey, David, how you doing, buddy? David Guido's here. NCL is just the king at nickel and diming us for every little thing. This is what they're all about. Their thinking is, well, you don't need to pay what you don't want to do. Whatever you don't want to use, you don't pay for. So you only pay for what you use. It's like the airlines, right? They piss everybody off, and then they nickel and dime us to death, and they make us even more mad. And I don't know of a satisfied customer on an airline. I don't know. We all hate these guys. Well, NCL is following American, Delta, United. They're going right down the line. They're probably going Ryanair style. They are nickel and diming passengers for everything. But what they are doing is they're also offering a lot of what they call deals, offers, and opportunities. And in North America, in the last 3 weeks or so, they started offering what they're calling a free airfare to their port cities where they have cruise ships available. So Hawaii, that will be Honolulu, to take the Pride of America cruise ship, or to Seattle in next year summer to go on an Alaska cruise, or you can fly to LA and catch a ship, catch the Bliss of Los Angeles when it's there, or to Miami, or to New York, or like I said, wherever their cruise ships are going from. Well, that was a North America promotion. Now they've announced today a UK air promotion. It's not free, but it's better. £99 for anyone with UK residency. £99 gets you a ticket, a return ticket, to a Norwegian cruise ship port in Europe. So we're talking about Southampton, we're talking about Amsterdam, we're talking about Barcelona, we're talking about perhaps Rome, we might be talking about Hamburg. Wherever these ships are starting from, they're offering. Now, apparently it does not include Venice. I guess they don't need help in Venice. I guess Venice cruises are selling out well or on their own. if it starts and ends in Venice. So they haven't included it, but apparently a whole bunch of other airports in Europe are available. So we'll follow that, and we'll see if other cruise lines follow these guys, because all we hear about in the financial reports with regard to cruise lines is everything's great. Cruise lines are making tons of money. Ships are booked up. People are paying well in advance. They're spending way more money when they get on a ship than they ever did before. Everything is peaches and cream, and yet here is free airfare in North America and discounted air in Europe. That's not normal. So we'll see how this goes. Other news, a Navigator of the Seas. Just a quick update to everybody. As I said, I did the video yesterday. It went into Vigo, got repaired. It is now on its way to the Canary Islands. I was told that even after it left Vigo, it was still in rocky seas, not fun. Pools are still not filled up. The swimming pools, you can't go for a swim. 4 days on a cruise ship, you can't take a swim. They emptied the swimming pools because of the rocky. The hope now is that as it approaches the Canary Islands, it approaches the Caribbean kind of weather, African weather, and they'll fill up the pools. Everything will be up and running, and people can at least enjoy the ship for what it's got, all those amenities. And then they are hoping to enjoy the couple of days on shore at a couple of these islands in the Atlantic. And then it will take 3 days to go back to Southampton from the Azores, which is unusual because usually you can do it in about 24, 36 hours. They're taking 72, so they may not be going full speed on the way back home. I don't know what the deal is there, but that is the latest. The other news I have 2 other pieces of news, I believe, to talk to you about. I'll mention Aidanova right now. Aidanova, Carnival's cruise line, Aida Cruising, which works out of Hamburg in Germany. Aida is the most popular cruise line for German cruisers, and it is growing at lightning speed. Very popular with the German cruising public, of which there are many and many more coming. The Aidanova cruise ship is the largest cruise ship ever built for Carnival, for Aida, which Carnival owns. LNG powered, and it was floated out of its shipbuilding facility about 4 weeks ago, brought to the Netherlands. I think it's a place called Eemshaven. There's a port there, and that's where cruise ships go to from the shipbuilder in Germany for sea trials and final touch-ups. They'll have 1,000 or 2,000 contractors on board, finishing off a lot of interior work interior work for the passengers and down below. Anyway, the ship 5 days ago had a fire, and at first it was thought, well, it's just a fire. It happens. Maybe somebody's torch went, awry. No. Arson. 2 cabins at the same time were set on fire on deck 14. Within seconds, 2 fires were blazing. All people on board the ship were evacuated. 3,000. They were all taken off. Fire crews were brought in. Fire brigades from the area were brought in. There are all kinds of fire departments there, again, for ship fires and container ships and so on. They put the fire out. Took 3 hours. And the first piece of news was just a minor little event. Minor, no big deal. Then it got a little more interesting when the reports coming out, well, it took 3 hours for the minor fire to be put out. That's one. There were 2 fires, not one. Oh, and the captain and the builder of the cruise ship believe it's arson, and so the police have been called, and the arson squad has been in. All security tapes have been seized. This is ongoing. The ship was supposed to go on sea trials last week on Wednesday, Thursday. They're supposed to start 6 days of sea trials, and on the 15th of November, which is about 2 weeks from now, they were to start the first of 4 promotional cruises for the travel agents and the media. All canceled. No sea trials right now. 4 cruises, all canceled. That could be as many as 15 to 20,000 people not going on the cruise ship to promote it. A lot of those folks paid to go. They've all been given refunds. They're all being offered credits against future cruises. A bunch of them have had flights that they had to cancel. The cruise line is offering compensation for fees to cancel flights. It's millions. It is millions of dollars lost on the booking side Now the damage situation, they're saying it's extensive in some of these couple of these cabins. Millions more. This is going to run a whole bunch of money, and we still do not know whether or not the cruise ship will be available on December the 2nd for its official first paying cruise out of Hamburg. It might not make that. Has to have sea trials. There have been no scheduled sea trials set yet at all, and the repair timeline, no one knows how long this is going to take. Police have not yet issued a report, have not arrested anyone. Nothing's been said. It's all under investigation. It is a mess. It is an absolute mess, and no one is talking except I am getting more and more press out of Germany about it. It's starting to leak out because you cannot suppress this story with all those people there. There are 2,000 staff members on board the ship, at least 1,000 subcontractors. Someone's going to talk, and sure enough, little leaks are coming out bit by bit, but not from Carnival, not from Ada, not from the captain, not from the builder of the ship. They're talking about technical issues. That's all they're talking about. I say technically you had a fire on board. Yeah, it might be had multiple, at least two, and you technically had arson. So technically you're in big trouble. And so you're kind of technically losing millions of dollars here on what you thought you'd be bringing in. Timing is all screwed up. Not a good start for this cruise ship, which had a fantastic opening ceremony 4 weeks ago with the godfather there or the godmother of the ship, and they had the concerts and the fireworks show. Everything was just peaches and cream, and then arson in the Netherlands. Unbelievable. So, yeah, not good. All right, last topic I'll mention. It's what's the future of cruising. This is a little bit about the future to expect of cruising, and in particular, I've been reading this now the last week or two, and occasionally in the last few months, I've kind of caught a few articles, but I thought I'd mention it today in a little more of a concise format. A big trend that is coming, something new that's coming, a direction that cruising is going, high-end luxury cruising. High-end luxury cruising is really taking off. I'm a guy that loves to be on a 5-star cruise liner to pay a 3-star price. That's my kind of deal. You get me on a 5-star cruise ship and I get on it for a 3-star deal. That's my thinking. I'm a geezer. That's the way I'm North American. I like to eat lots of food, love the ice cream and the cake and the pie. And my idea of going on a cruise is getting fat and relaxing, and going out for a little walk during the day and just getting pampered and doing nada. I'm old school, but I'm a majority of cruisers. Most of them are like me. Take a look at people's photos when they go on cruise ships and look at all the passengers on the cruise ship with the fellow person there, and you'll notice that they're kind of like built like I am. They're big, and we're heavy, and we're having a great time. And the cruise lines know it, and they've been pampering us and targeting us for years. But Carnival and Royal Caribbean and Norwegian and MSC and Viking and Disney and Celebrity and Princess and Cunard, they all know something. They all know something. Bruce is 63 years old, and he's got another 6 or 7 years. When he hits 70, all bets are off, because Bruce, by 70, we don't know. Guys like that now are still active because they think they're still in their 40s. Guys like this, when we hit our 70s and 75s, all kinds of things start to break down. And with the gals, at 5 years, it's 75, 80, things start to break down. And cruise lines are thinking, we're building cruise ships for 30 years. So if a new cruise ship like the Edge, the Celebrity Edge, is going to be launched next month, that ship is going to be actively applying the seas, according to the celebrity people, until at least 2050. What am I going to be doing in 2050? I'm going to be 95 years old. They're not targeting me in the next 5 years anymore. I'm out. They're going to be targeting the person that's now 50 to 55 or 40 to 45 and 50. That's what the Edge is built for. The Edge is built for today's 40-year-old who's going to be in their 60s in the next 10, 15 years, and there's your future. So I'm going to be slowly fading away, and a new group of passengers are coming in, and already The millennials who are behind the boomers are saying, you know, what we want is something different than mom and dad had. Mom and dad had it going, they had it great. And grandma and grandpa had it going good too. Because remember the Love Boat? The Love Boat, you had 3 or 4 formal nights, or you went to dinner every night wearing a tuxedo for dad, and mom had an evening gown on every night of the cruise. That was in the 70s. That's all over. Then the 90s, 80s, 90s, 2000s showed up. I showed up, and Mr. Casual, Mr. Khaki Pants. And my wife has a pair of heels, maybe, but not 5 pair of heels. And she had a nice 1 or 2 outfits, but not 8 outfits. All different. Well, now going forward, the millennials, the kids of the boomers and the grandkids of the greatest generation, they want something else. They want their own kind of cruising, and the cruise lines are giving it to them. They're more than happy to give it to them. It's luxury cruising, the market trends and direction. The demand is increasing for luxury cruising dramatically. All cruise ships are ordering new ships that are Explorer class, which will take passengers to exotic destinations like Arctic, Antarctica, to smaller, intimate settings. But the lines also know they have to offer a 6-star package. It's got to be the best of the best. These kids are inheriting mom and dad's and grandma and grandpa's money, and they're going to spend it when they're in their 40s and 50s and their 60s, but they don't want that $399 cruise. Now, I will say, let's just before I go any further, millennials, there are millennials out there that are looking for deals. Don't worry about that. There are the $399 shoppers. Millennials always will be. But I am talking about a group of millennials, a large segment that have the bucks, that want to enjoy the good life, and they want cruising done at a 6-star level across the board. They don't want a 4-star Carnival cruise. They don't want a 4.5-star Princess cruise or Norwegian. 5-star maybe, but it's 5.5, 6-star or more, especially without the kids. That's what they're looking for. With the kids, they'll still do Disney. They'll still do Royal Caribbean. They might take the better unit, the better cabin, but they're looking for something nice. Okay, high-end luxury cruising. Smaller niche lines are adding ships right now aggressively. Silver Sea was just acquired by Royal Caribbean. They're buying new ships, getting new ships built. Oceania, Crystal, Seabourn, all refurbishing and building. They're expanding. Ponant Cruises out of France, adding a new ship almost every 9 months. Ritz-Carlton, the Ritz-Carlton hotel chain, bringing out their own cruise line. Virgin Voyages, bringing out their own, although they're not a 6-star line, but it's adult-oriented, millennial targeted. They're coming too. Okay, expedition ships are being ordered in record numbers. These are the kinds of ships that can go into ice flows. These are coming. New river boat cruises are being designed and being delivered that are wider than traditional riverboat cruises. It's becoming more segmented, more what's the word I'm looking for? More specialized. It used to be that a river cruise line company would build a river cruise ship that could go all the way up and down the Rhine or the Danube or whatever the river was in Europe, and could fit through all the locks. Now what's happening is river cruise companies are building river cruise ships that will only go to a segment of a river. And they know that they can only go a 500-mile or 500-kilometer section or 300-kilometer section because it's a wider ship. It won't fit through the locks at the end or over here or over down there. They don't care. They're building wider river boats to offer larger cabins, all in 6-star luxury, because the passenger will pay. They want more amenities on the river cruise than before, where 20 years ago, husband and wife from the USA would fly over to Vienna. They would get on a river cruise ship. They'd be in a 110 square foot little box of a cabin, and they would be wowed by the scenery. Because every day the ship would stop and you'd take a shore excursion, and you weren't in that tiny little room. The only time you're in that tiny little room is when you're sleeping at night. The millennials, they want internet. They want to be able to work from there. They want to be able to communicate back home because a lot of them are self-employed. They want amenities in that room. They want a big bathroom. They want a bathtub on a riverboat cruise. They want everything. They want service, and they're prepared to pay for it quite amazing, because you have to understand that if you and I flew to Paris right now and we're to stay in a 5-star hotel in Paris, we're paying $400, $500, $600 a night for a room, plus all those taxes and meals. It's $1,000 a day per couple. These millennials are going, I'll pay $1,000 a day. You just give it to me on a riverboat cruise, but give me this with the room, the elbow room for my wife and I, and we're talking. This is a big deal. Food options are evolving as well on cruise ships, river cruise ships, everywhere else. The food on the millennials, the high-end millennial is very food conscious, quality conscious. They want best of the best. They don't want fatty, fried type foods. They want the latest, newest cuisine, and they want to know how to make it. They're interested not only in being fed with top quality, lean, high protein, high energy foods. They want to be shown how to make it too. And so they're taking cruises and looking for cruises where the chefs are offering the chef's kitchen. You can come on in for a 4-hour dinner tonight, and I'm going to prepare the meal in front of you, and I'm going to show you how to make it, and you're going to help me make it. And when we sit down together at this big picnic type table, whatever it is, it's $100 a person, whatever it is, $150 a person. They don't care. They don't care. They're getting the wine. They're getting all that. When they get off that ship, they have the recipe in their hand or on their phone, in their tablet, how to make the meal they had on 3 or 4 of those different nights on the cruise ship. This is a big deal for millennials and that type of traveler. A lot of cruises are now also going with something called active and wellness programs. It used to be all you had to do as a cruise ship operator was you had a big old cruise ship on the ocean, and you took one of the decks on the top there, and you had a whole bunch of windows looking out over the front of the ship, and you put a bunch of bikes up there. You put a bunch of workout machines, treadmills, and the steppers, and the whole, that's all you needed to do. And back here, all you had to do was have the weights and a couple of yoga mats, and it was all fine. Well, no, not anymore. Oh, no. That doesn't cut it for the new up-and-coming cruiser. For me, give me the treadmill, or I'll walk around the ship for a while, and I exercise. No, these younger kids, they're not interested in that. They want a coach. They want an on-board instructor. They want a 7-day cruise with a 5-day regimen of workouts. Yeah, built into the itinerary of the cruise. This is not just, show up at 8 until 9 and then go have breakfast and whatever. No. Now, they have classes now, and they have their food classes. They have their fitness classes. They have their workout regimens. They're taking shore excursions that are also physically active. Again, wellness. The bikes are waiting for them when they get off the cruise. I'm looking for the tram. Where's the bus to take me downtown so I can walk around for an hour or two, get a Starbucks latte, and then get back on the bus and head back to the ship? Because I'm exhausted, man. I got to get into the spa. These kids here, no. They're going out with their wellness instructors for the whole deal. They've got people waiting at different ports to take them on different excursions into caves, into hiking trails, bicycling, everything. It's an active-based cruise, and then the food to match. Quite amazing. And the other thing they're doing now, a couple more things to comment on. There's something now called Just for Me or Just for Us event planning arrangements. Cruise lines are figuring out, the higher end cruise lines, they know they have the staff to pamper the client on board the cruise ship. On a big cruise ship, when you and I are on like a 4,000 passenger cruise ship, there's maybe 3.5 passengers for every crew member. On a high-end luxury, we're talking 2 passengers for a crew member, or 1.5 passengers per crew member. There are crew members on board whose job it is only to look after your needs and your wishes. And they've been working with you for weeks before you got on the ship to figure out what it is you want to be doing. They're offering you all kinds of events that are called Just for Me or Just for Us events. So for example, you're getting married you want to get married on a cruise ship. It used to be all you needed was someone to read you the vows. You needed a room with some flowers, and then you went into the restaurant, blocked off a few tables, and enjoyed yourself. Oh no, I don't know. Now it's a whole production. You've got a wedding planner, a whole full-blown coordinator to handle every aspect of every little detail of the wedding, of which I know nothing, as I'm an old guy. I'm an old geezer. I don't know how to organize a wedding. I'm telling you, folks, there are high-end lines that will put together a wedding that'll blow you away. Where, yeah, the couple are getting on the ship, and the ship starts in Rome, and they're getting married in Monte Carlo. And on the ship, there are like 8 or 10 family members, but there are 50 family members coming to the wedding. They're all being flown in. They're all being coordinated by the coordinator. So you got the entire entourage being brought into a spot, wherever it is, for the wedding, and then whoever number of people are on the ship go back to the ship. The rest of them go wherever they're going. They might stay in a hotel for a week or in the area for a few days. Who knows? And then off they go. The whole deal is put together by these coordinators just for us. It is a full-blown production. The bride and groom are just writing the check. How much is it? Oh, 70,000 here. 70,000 bucks. 80,000 here. It is 80,000 bucks. Boom! It's all taken care of. The reception, the entertainment, the photographs, everything. We're talking about Caribbean cruises. You hear me talking all the time about private islands in the Caribbean, where cruise lines like our friends at Royal Caribbean are spending $200 million on Coco Key. Disney wants to spend $400 million on the Lighthouse Beach in the Bahamas, brand new spot. You want to have a wedding? You can have a wedding there, and it'll be a Disney kind of wedding, and it'll be looked after by a Disney coordinator. Their job is nothing but look after you. And yeah, you will pay a serious price for this event, but this event will be mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing, and it'll probably be perfect. They know what they're doing. Norwegian is going to be doing it through their high-end, through their Haven Club, and Carnival through their lines as well, Seabourn and Ovation, all these guys. And then there's like I say, the boutique lines. It's an amazing area. The last point I'll make is up-and-coming area, and millennials are really buying into this, but also geezers like me. It's called Skip Gen multi-generation cruising. Grandma and Grandpa have a cruise coming up. They want to go on a cruise for 10 days to the Caribbean, and their kids are 35, 40, 45 years old, and their kids' are the grandkids are 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. And Grandma and Grandpa are taking the grandkids only on a cruise and leaving Mom and Dad behind. Now, Mom and Dad, depending on how smart they are and how liquid they are, how flush they are, Mom and Dad are at home alone, which is fine. Or Mom and Dad, they're going to Vegas. Grandma and Grandpa are going on a cruise to Miami. You take those grandkids, get them out of you take the kids, get them out of my hair. We're going to Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Or they're going to New York together, or they're going on their own cruise. They're flying to Europe for a week. The kids are out of the question. Grandma and Grandpa are handling everything. Way to go. But the other thing that's happening is multi-generation cruising, where Grandma and Grandpa are going. They're in a nice suite. Mom and Dad are going with the kids. They're taking a suite, all high-end. This is 6-star luxury I'm talking about. And they're taking a one last time vacation with Mom and Dad. It's Grandma and Grandpa's last time with the whole fam, because they're pushing the 80s now. And here we go. This is the future of high-end cruising that I'm talking about. 6-star luxury. Nothing is impossible. Nothing. You got the dough, they can make it happen. If you want to get your cruise ship on a private jet, they'll take care of it. Cruise is over, you want to go home in a private jet? They'll take care of that. It's all there. You got the money? They got this. They got the answers. Yeah, this is another direction. It's a world that, I don't talk about much because I'm not familiar with it. I wouldn't mind getting familiar with it, but I haven't won that lottery lately. So, got to work on that. But it's a world that does exist. And these cruise ships being built that look like super yachts. They are just gigantic yachts on steroids that hold 150 people. and they have 140 staff, 150 passengers. Oh, man, are they taking care of their people? But these folks are paying the bucks. And as friends of mine on this channel have said to me, any of you have ever asked, you want to rent your own yacht? You can do that. You can enjoy the 6-star luxury life on your own, on a private yacht for a week, a day, 6 days, 12 days, 2 weeks, a month, whatever you want. But be prepared to shell out 20, 40, 60, 80,000, 100,000 a day for the vessel, because you're not only getting the vessel, you're getting the crew on the vessel, plus all the amenities on the vessel, plus the owner of the vessel wants to make a little profit on you. You're talking serious money. Now, maybe you are organizing a holiday for 12 people, all family and friends, and it's 100,000 a day. It's 8,000 a person. Well, you're getting $8,000 of luxury lifestyle. If you got it, flaunt it and knock yourself out. On the other hand, if you want to enjoy 6-star luxury on a cruise liner for just 2 of you, can be done. 500 a day, 800 a day, 1,000 a day, and up from there can be done. What's your budget? You can be looked after. Okay, there you go. That is my little rant and rave today. What have I done here? 40 minutes. Let's visit with everybody. I hope I haven't bored you guys too much about all that. Hope you found it somewhat interesting. I'd love to hear your comments on it. I'll just say hi to who's here, and let's go into that. Paul Wilson said hi to me right off the right off the beginning here. Kat Rose is here. Peter Heckema telling me it's 84 in Tarpon Springs, Florida. Welcome, Peter. I call October Florida's undiscovered month. Great weather. The water is still 84 degrees and very few tourists. Best time of the year. The big break, we used to call it in the desert in California, because the weather broke from 110 down to the 90s. Love it. Yeah, it's the time of year. Kat and Peter saying hi to everybody. Wendy Thompson is here. Hi there, Wendy. Robert Brett. Hi, Bruce and everyone. 85 in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Norwegian Dawn, 2,340 people. Carnival Breeze, 3,690 are in port, although I swear when I drove by, I didn't see the breeze. What can I say? Santa Teresa, the 1796 is today's rum. Sounds pretty exotic. Robert, what would everyone think of a February 2019 7-day balcony cruise, San Juan with ports down to Barbados for $399, either free beverage package or a 2 free meal specialty restaurant package? Anybody have an interest in that? Peter Heckman, Robert, that looks like a great deal. What ship and cruise line? Brittany is saying hi to everybody. She's here. He's talking about the Carnival Fascination as the cruise ship. Robert Brandt, 2 dates in February, but I left on my desk. Just looking to see if there's something anyone wants. Obviously, there's limited balcony rooms, but they were talking only $199 for an interior for a Carnival Fascination. Tom, think about that. Take a beverage advantage. It's more expensive than a room. True. I still want to plan a huge group cruise. We can get a lot of YouTubers on. I like that idea of a big cruise with a bunch of YouTubers. I would love that. I think that would be a heck of a party. I would get such a treat out of visiting, of course, with my viewers, obviously, introduced to a whole bunch of new viewers, of course. But for me to be able to meet YouTubers in this field, oh man, that would be a treat too. That really would be something to be able to get together with a bunch of them, because we can compare notes. We need that. Crazy Rich Guys, Kaya and Janu are in the house, and we're bringing a special guest for trivia tonight. I'd love to know who that is. Randy Lucas, greetings, Bruce, and all sunny Paradise, California. Today's high is a pleasant 72. Looking forward to trivia tonight, guys. I can't wait. That's fantastic. Randy, welcome. Brittany, my beverage of choice for this show has no caffeine. It's not a soda either, but it's a smoothie that I got for free leftover from yesterday that is now drinkable after defrosting for close to 4 hours. Right on, girl. Randy, question to the group. How do you keep from getting sick on a cruise other than constant hand washing and use of a hand sanitizer, which we already do? Ready, go. Anybody want to put a word into that? I always use the hand sanitizer every chance I get when I'm going into the buffet or walking along the ship. I believe in that. I wash my hands whenever I walk into a bathroom. I always wash my hands. Absolutely. Let's see here. Sick is an illness or seasick? Randy Lucas is wondering. Crazy Rich Guys, we never have gotten sick. Randy, illness, colds, such. Illness, colds, and such. So the norovirus and so on. Yeah, your hands. You got to work on your hands. Randy, Cat Rose, do and done. No luck. Still getting colds. Robert, well, it takes several days for viral and colds to incubate. So you often have boarded the ship, getting a cold, or only feel it later. If you catch things easily, use hand sanitizer a lot. Excuse me. Robert Brand, do they have a doctor on board if you need an antibiotic? Randy, we constantly hand wash and use sanitizer station before and after eating. Debbie, Emmanuel, stay inside your cabin, Randy. Little germies there are everywhere. Paul Wilgus, hello, everybody. It's 64 in Virginia, finally back to normal temps this time of year. Randy, last cruise was 2 weeks. London, and Michelle got sick last 2 days. Randy, Tracy Dunlop, hi, Bruce and all. Great day in Naples. Welcome, Tracy. Robert, hi there. Paul Wilgus. Hey, Paul Wilgus. Randy is saying hi to everybody. Sylvan, hi, Bruce and all. 81 in Delray Beach, Florida. Hi there, Sylvan. Partly cloudy, slight breeze, very comfortable for rum and coke. A well-deserved cigar. Thumbs up, everybody. You all know Bruce deserves thumbs up. Thank you, Sylvan, for always mentioning it. What have we got? 26, I see here. Thank you, everybody, for giving me some thumbs ups already. I got 48 of you here. Thank you for sticking around. Robert Brandt says, I find drinking great quantities of your favorite alcohol a way to kill germs. It just works for me. Debbie, hi, Randy. I hope you and Michelle are well inside your big ass RV. Kelly Aston is here. Johnny Witt is here. Steaming Bean is here. Hi, you guys. Debbie is telling me that it's beautiful in Northern California, 70s in the temperature. Premium gas was $3.79 at Arco this morning. Steamer Bruce still sitting in Canada and shopping in the States. Alan Carter, hi, Calgary. From Calgary. Hey, Alan, how you doing, buddy? Paul Lucas, Robert Brandt, notice how that color Bruce looks today. That's what happens. It's that tangerine color. Cat, yesterday, regular unleaded, $3.49. Yikes, that's Sacramento, I think. Melody Patterson, MLM, hi, Melody, how you doing? Tom Henry, hi, everybody. We are driving home. Teresa Jordan, good afternoon from Texas. Hi, Teresa. Randy Lucas, maybe that's our problem. We drink very little. That could be our issue right there. Paul Lucas, hello there. Tom, Robert Brandt, booze cleans everything. Randy, Debbie E, we take off for a week tomorrow in the big ass RV. Fantastic. Wendy says, Randy, visit Dr. Jack Daniels. It helps a lot. A steamer. Bruce, have you smiled on Royal Caribbean? I've sailed on Royal Caribbean. I've been on the Explorer of the Seas on Royal Caribbean. Dr. Jack knows, says Robert Brandt. Brittany, Bruce, you might want to check the time of your trivia show. It says it's starting at 11 p.m. tomorrow. I'll check into that. I think you are right. I think I have to adjust the time. It's 8 o'clock tonight, everybody. Do not be fooled by my idiotness. I will adjust it right after the show. It's 8 o'clock tonight. I'm live. Cat Rose, they need pumps like the Netherlands. Yeah, they need pumps like the Netherlands. Cat Rose sing for like Venice. Yeah. Reggie and her man, a shrimp chowder for dinner. Yum. Hi, everybody. Hey, Reggie. Paul Wilgus, Reggie and her man. Hello, that sounds good. Wendy, we had breakfast out today. I had eggs Benedict. Yummy. Oh, that would be good. I eat meatballs for breakfast, says the steamer. That's pretty tasty breakfast. Reggie and her man, Wendy loves eggs Benedict on a cruise. Steaming Bean, Europeans eating like North Americans these days. Sylvan Forest, Venice installs elevated sidewalks when the city floods, which is a couple times a year. The canal's water is nasty. I couldn't imagine walking over that. Masiama, oh, Venice is sinking. Yikes. By the way, yeah, Robert Brandt, remember cheapgroupcruises@gmail.com to get in on the group cruise email list. Steamer, never been to Venice. Neither have I, by the way. I haven't been. Cat Rose, I have heard that. Sylvan. Robert, Venice can get a little ripe smelling in the height of summer. Ooh. Steamer, I bet the G is silent. I bet the G is silent. Cat Rose, no thank you. Reggie, I had meatballs for lunch today. How about that? Wendy, got it, Robert, thanks. Randy, okay. Kelly, Robert, I emailed you the other day to get put on the email list, Kelly saying. D&G, good afternoon, Bruce and TW family, 74 and Madeira. How you guys doing? I noticed you're at, what is it, 440 subscribers now? You're inching up again. I love it. Way to go, you guys. Reggie and your man, we need to change the name of the channel to Eating with Bruce. Yes. Cat Rose says, if I get to Venice and it's like that, I'd be miffed. Yeah, don't you think? Because those brochures don't show you those kinds of pictures when you're going. They might show you those pictures, those beautiful pictures in the summer, but when you happen to be there in October, it's flooded. Not fun. Yeah, crazy. Robert Brandt, Sylvan is saying, I'm partial to killing germs with spirits year-round, not just at Halloween time. Paul Willis, hello there. Derek, Robert Brandt, I add everyone as they email to the group list. I'll email everybody. Robert, it's a precautionary issue. Sylvan, that's what you got to do. Kill those germs before they can cause an issue. Robert, I'm preparing 4 to 5 different options to propose, and we'll tell everyone here, but also on the mailing list, and then go with the most popular. David Guido, hi Bruce, hey there. Dave, how are you? Ed Dolson from New York, how you doing, buddy? 56 in New York. D&G, don't forget to hit the like button to support Bruce. I got 28 now, thank you. Robert is doing that. Sylvan Bean, who was watching live when Bruce hit 1,000 subs? Was anyone here? Were any of you here when I hit 1,000 subs back in February? I think it was February 17th. I think a number of you were. D&G saying hello, Ed. Kat, what do you think about those people finding the camera in the room on that Carnival ship? It's a year old. The story is old. I've heard about it a long time ago. I think these folks were looking for some kind of compensation from Carnival. They were given some kind of an offer. They didn't like it, and now they're going public to round up even more bad press to Carnival. I think it's a vindictive move on this couple's part, but I don't argue with the fact that they had an issue. They were not happy with how it was handled, and they've gone public with it. And maybe Carnival tried to keep them not to go public about it, but they did. Carnival has never said why, what, where, when, what's going on. Never will. But the couple raised all kinds of hell about it, and for 3 days now, it has been the darling story on the Google information pages and internet. But it's an old story, and it's not a common story, but it's a juicy one. And so, what do I think about it? It could well have been that Carnival had a camera installed in a suite in a cabin that they were using to train new staff, and they were watching them to see if they were cleaning properly. But I doubt it. This is one of those plausible explanations, but maybe the prior passenger on board the ship had that camera in there for their own amusement, but for whatever reason, it was plugged into something, and I don't know what. Or a security person on Carnival was trying to get some thrill out of videotaping people. This is the sinister story. Putting it in there, I just don't know. We're never going to know. I don't know if anyone does know the answer, but whoever does know isn't talking. And something tells me whoever does know the story, if I were at Carnival, I'd make sure they weren't talking. So that's all I can tell you. That's all I know. When you check into your room, hotel room or otherwise, check for cameras. Make sure no one's watching it. I don't know what else to say. I'm stunned by it. I'm disappointed by it. I'm not happy about it. It's pretty sad, pretty pathetic. But again, we don't know the backstory. I sure don't know the backstory between the couple that found the camera and Carnival and the legal side of it, and whether there was a compensation offered or not, what the deal is. No idea. I don't know if we'll ever know. There you go. Ed is saying, hello, D&G. D&G, Cat Rose, when did that happen? Like I said, in the last year or so. Randy, I was watching back then, Bean. Does that make us charter members? Reggie and her man, Randy Lucas, just saw your question. We use hand sanitizers. We go wash our hands after we hand back the menus in the dining rooms each day. Thousands handle those things every day. Steamer, I suppose so. Johnny Witt, yes, Steamer's saying you probably charter member. Johnny Witt, free airfare is not free. Laugh out loud. That's right. You're paying for it, folks. Reggie and Man, I think it was Randy Lucas, Reggie and Man. That's a good advice. Thanks. Steamer, I think probably started following Bruce in December. Sylvia, hello from Greensboro, North Carolina, 64 and sunny. Very nice. Hi, Sylvia. How are you? Steamer, I remember watching him during my Christmas holidays. Paul Lucas, hello there, Sylvia. Cat Rose, he was in USA Today yesterday. Yeah, that story has gone kind of viral in a way. It's a fireworks story. It'll last for a couple of days, and then it's all over. It'll just go away. Sylvia, hey there, Paul. Cat Rose, I wonder how far apart the fires were. Yeah, not too far from the cabins. There was like a cabin here, but I don't know. Were they inside cabins? Were they balcony cabins? Ocean view? Nothing. I haven't got a clue. No one is talking. Funny. Reggie and Man, hey, Sylvia. D&G must be showing my age. I can't remember how long I've been watching Bruce, or maybe it's the rum. Crazy Rich Guys, hi, Sylvan. Swan, hi, Sylvia. Let's see. I can't remember breakfast, says Robert. It could be the rum. Steaming, his channel is not old. Say, hey, Crazy Rich Guys from Sylvia. Randy, Bean, December sounds right for me too. I remember because I was excited to be able to watch. I was excited to be able to reach out while on our cruise in January. I was able to reach out in January. Peter, all good suggestions regarding hand sanitizers. Paul Wilgus, D&G Explorers, or both laugh out loud. Robert Brandt, you can always pour the booze on your hands. There you go. And use it as a perfume. You can always do that. Reggie, Robert, I consider that a waste of good booze. That's alcohol abuse, I know. Says Robert. Cat, I wish I could read German better. Paul Wilkes, Robert, aren't you the point that you pickled without adding more? Laughing my ass off. Sylvan, hey, Cat. It looks like Gary Sweet. Big up, Bruce. Hi, Gary. How are you? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. Robert Brent, I will never get sick if that's a clue. Steamer, I took the day off, sick day. Paul Wilgus laughing, you know what, off. Crazy Rich Guys, he really never gets sick. Everyone around him could be sick, and he's fine. Cat, all ass, I cannot eat ice cream. Paul Wilgus, hope you get feeling better, Bean. Robert Brandt, it's the healthy diet, boys. Crazy Rich Guys travels. SMH. Randy Lucas, better get Bean. Those kids need you. Get better, Beaner. They need you badly. Paul Wilkes laughing out loud. Cat, I'm breaking down now. Hang on there, Cat. DNG, Bruce, I think I'm ready. I'm already there. Bruce, I think I'm already there. Been breaking down for the last year, maybe more. Robert Rent, you need my diet, Bruce. Reggie Man, Crazy Rich Guys, I have the same problem. Everyone gets sick around me. So then the way I look at the perfect cruise is a 6-star ships at Klingon barges of the damn prices. I never get my wish, though. The cruise ferry doesn't like me, but I still want to cruise often. There you go, buddy. We want to go on a nice ship at a good price. Paul Lucas, DNG, I noticed with me, it started once. I turned 50, then accelerates after that. Crazy Rich Guys, could be our dad, just makes people sick. Terrible. That's terrible. DNG, Paul, that's my time period, too. Randy, that's it. I'm taking up drinking today. Robert Brandt, 55. Paul Wilkes laughing out loud. Crazy Rich Guys, we want to be catered to. Robert Brandt, you two are lucky to still get water. Sylvia's loving that. Paul, Robert Brandt, but you have been preserved from the rum for years. Laugh out loud. Like I said, it's my diet. He's saying, what can I tell you? Richard, Sylvan, I very much doubt that the twins are surviving on stale bread and water somehow. Am I wrong? The steamer, I want to cruise on the Mississippi. Paul, Crazy Rich Guys, yeah, you guys are treated so bad. Randy, Robert B, water. Do you know what fish do in water? AJ Walsh, hi y'all. Hey AJ, how's it going, buddy? Welcome. Robert Brandt, here is my theory. More cruises to warm places because when people return home 10, then they get asked where they were. Doesn't happen if you go to Alaska. See, you come back, as pale as you left. No one even knows you left town. You come back with a tan. They go, hey, were you on a holiday? You're looking pretty good. Yeah, that's right. Paul Lucas, that is true. D&G laughing out loud. Robert Brent, there is water in my ice cubes. Cat, bigger rooms because their homes are itty bitty. D&G, hello AJ. Cruising, Crazy Rich Guys. If everyone could see him, you get he's dead. You'd get he's dead serious. If anyone could see him, you saw our dad, he's dead serious. Robert Brandt, that clear non-alcoholic beverage is overrated. Steamer, best of the best are so pretentious it can be duped. Reggie Man, thumbs ups everybody for Bruce. I got 29 now. Thank you everybody. I wonder if we can get to 50 today. We hit 50 thumbs ups yesterday. I don't know if we can make it today. I hope we can. Any of you out there can spare me a thumbs up. Please throw it in there. Let's get to 50 today. Let's do that for 2 days in a row. Cat Rose, but you skipped Gen Xers, aka my generation. Heather Parsons, my hubby and I were watching when he hit 1,000. We started watching when he had about 40. Heather Parsons, remember when? That was a year ago. About October, November, a year ago. Wow, have things ever changed? Unbelievable. The Steaming Bean, when is Bruce's next cruise? I don't know. It's finances that also will dictate, and there are no finances, so not yet. Robert Brent, I'm dragging him along with me, Steamer. AJ Walsh, I want everything, but don't want to pay either. A boomer mindset, but still want to cruise with Virgin Voyages. Laugh out loud. Right on, AJ. Reggie and your man, Steaming Bean, he's saving to visit daughter in LA, then think about a trip after. Robert Brent, we need him to broadcast from the ship. I agree. If I can broadcast from the ship, I think it'll be good for ratings. Reggie and your man, we were on the ship when a ton of Hawaiian passengers with a Hawaiian DJ broadcasting. Ooh, that must have been interesting. Wes Morrison, sorry, I joined late. 85 here, New Braunfels. Just ordered a t-shirt from Redbubble to wear on my river cruise. That was you last night. I saw a shirt go through. Somebody ordered a t-shirt. It wasn't this one, but one of the logos, and that was you, Wes. Fantastic. Thank you for your support. Oh, by the way, a bunch of you guys have been ordering stuff on Amazon lately, unless it's the same person doing it every day. But another 6 items were ordered on Amazon yesterday through my affiliate link, which is available down below. Thank you for supporting my channel. If you just go to the affiliate link when you want to go to Amazon, even for your corporation would be great. Pick up some stuff for your company by buying it through my affiliate link, and you're supporting this channel. I love it. Reggie Mann, hi West. Robert Brandt, Blaine, 2007 is off spending that lottery money. Paul Lucas, laugh out loud. Probably. Robert Brandt, good for him. D&G, did Blaine win big? He says no, says Robert. Paul Lucas, D&G Explorers, he said he'd know, but we teased that he did because we haven't seen much of him since the drawing. We don't, where is he? Johnny Witt, NCL has been working on new cabanas that are better than rooms on the boat for haven and suite guests, and people will pay for them. Let me tell you, I know I will. Interesting, Johnny. Interesting, Robert Brandt. But he lives close to that $1 billion ticket. D&G, laughing out loud, got it. Well, I hope he did. Would be nice for the TWB family to win. Paul Lucas, I agree, Derek. Johnny, what the cabanas will be on NCL's private island, Great Stirrup Cay. Yes, they will, and they will be very nice. White Knock weddings for very rich people. Robert Brandt, thankfully, I only have one daughter, and I married her off already. She's gone. Paul Lucas, laugh out loud, Robert. Crazy Rich Guys, that makes it sound like, I don't know what it sounds like. Robert, does that mean you're not going to pay for the twins' wedding? Asks Paul. Thinking. Robert saying, John Fabrizi, getting ready for the rain in the next few days. Hey, John from Pittsburgh, sorry about what happened in your town. We're all watching the stories. It's just terrible, bloody awful. It's just another day in America almost. It's just the worst. John, welcome back to the show. Paul Lucas, laughing out loud. Randy, we just got an update on our December cruise to we just got an upgrade. Randy's saying we just got an upgrade on our December cruise to a premium balcony. Robert Brandt, somehow I think they will find rich husbands, the twins. Well done. Reggie and your man, yep, rain coming to New York. Debbie Manuel, sweet Randy, way to go. Robert Brandt, they better find rich guys. John, a nice win for the Steelers. And then Cleveland fired their head coach and offensive coordinator. Yeah, unbelievable. The curse of losing to Pittsburgh. So many teams have this happen to them. It's unbelievable. D&G, I think the Twins will do well with themselves. They have a bright future and won't need to find rich husbands. Randy, Debbie E, I know, and it was less than $30 a day more. Well worth it for me, and with from an obstructed ocean view to go to a premium balcony. Right on. Crazy Rich Guys, we don't discriminate against rich, good-looking men. Yes, well said, you guys. Right on. Paul Wilg is laughing out loud. Robert Brandt, see? D&G laughing out loud. John Fabrizi, soap and water eliminates the stomach virus, and hand sanitizer takes care of the rest. Right on, sir. Excellent advice. Paul Wilgus left out loud, Robert. At least they admit it. White Knock, Robert, are your twins those people? Robert, oh, they are serious. Blue Shot too, says John. Robert Brent, they twins. They have looks. They just think they have money, but they have looks. Rakat, I need to get my flu shot. Wow. Robert Brandt, they do have money. Yours, Robert Brandt, for now. Debbie Manuel, I saw we had 3 of 4 original Biscuit Brothers on the chat today. That would be the Steamer, Randy Lucas, myself. Who else is who are the other Biscuit Brothers? Laugh out loud, John Fabrizi, 56 in Pittsburgh. D&G, how are you, John? Desi Wagner, hey, Bruce and the gang at 64 and cloudy here in Chicagoland. Hi, Desi, welcome back. D&G, hello, Desi. John Fabrizi, good. And you, D&G, D&G, doing great, John. Thank you. Crazy Rich Guys, Robert Brandt, answer line 5. Desi Wagner, hey there, D&G. Crazy Rich Guy travels. Are you his official secretary? Paul's wondering to know. We will watch the pretty lights on the phone and we ignore them all, they say. But he wants that call. Everyone's laughing. Nina is here from Sweden. Hello, Bruce and all. Greetings from Sweden at about 10 degrees Celsius. Got an email today from Carnival. They upgraded me. Fantastic. Way to go. Reggie and her man upgrades for everybody. Robert Brandt, Carnival is pretty good at upgrading. Robert Brandt, honeymooners were making private videos and forgot it. That could have been, could have been. Paul Wilgus, I agree, Robert. Debbie, Bruce was, let's see, I was the, Debbie Manuel, Bruce, was the 1,000 subs the show that we would not let you get off the air until we hit that number? If so, I was there, and I know you were there. A bunch of you were there, and it was a 2.5 hour show. Supposed to be about an hour and 15 minutes, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. I had 950 subscribers when I started the show, and about 40 minutes into the show was at about 975, and I needed 1,000 that day. And these subscribers of mine, these viewers of mine, started making texts, emails, and threats to friends, relatives, neighbors, everybody they could think of to get them to subscribe to my channel immediately. And they just kept coming. And we got into the 980 range, then into the 990 range. Then we were at 991, 993, 997, and we hit 1,000 subscribers. I stayed on the air until we hit about 1,008, and finally I packed it in. And that has been my all-time #1 live show ever. My #1 live rated show of all time for views and probably minutes watched, I suppose. And it was a big party. We were having a lot of fun. And I think it was the next day. Jennifer came by and we toasted and celebrated. And it was fantastic. Yeah, 1,000 subscribers back on February the 17th of this year. And here we are at 4676. 3,676 subscribers added in the next 8-9 months. Amazing. Sylvan, anyone who installs a camera in my cabin for sordid reasons will go blind when they watch the footage they recorded. So there, revenge is sweet. There you go. Paul loves that. Reggie, rum seems to be the cure-all for everything. Desi, I started watching late February, early March. Chevy first. Hi, y'all. Me and Bruce counted down for my cruise since last December. It was great. I'm still planning for my second cruise. Chevy first, I remember. Yeah, that's right. December. You were here in December. Robert Brandt. Rum has so many uses. Reggie and man. Brittany might have been watching the channel since before 1K subscribers. Reggie, not coming to trivia tonight. Need rest. We'll be helping friend tomorrow who survived major car crash. Car totaled. Walked away with broken arm. Miracle. That's unbelievable. Brittany, a cruise to me is a luxury vacation. Doesn't matter the cruise line. Richard C. What a wonderful show. Cat Rose. Wow, Reggie. Richard C. I ordered the T-shirt today on Redbubble. I got another order on Redbubble. Holy moly. Brittany, I've been doing my usual listening in for the most part. Peter Heckham, I remember when cruises had the midnight buffet with all those ice carvings. That's a thing of the past. Yeah, too much labor involved. Had to set up all the tables. Had to make those ice carvings. Then they had to unset all those tables. They just do the buffet now. They don't do midnight buffets anymore. They restrict the hours of the buffet to get you to go to especially restaurants if you're hungry late at night. Interesting. D&G, how are you, Chevy and First? Blaine, hey, y'all. I've been busy this week getting ready for Miami as we sail on Saturday. I won't be joining tonight either as Walmart is calling my name. Hope to be on Thursday night as we head to Miami on Friday. Blaine, welcome back to the show. We were talking about you earlier. We're wondering, where were you? Do you know someone that won the lottery? They were hoping that you know the person that won the lottery. Sylvan, rum is a cure-all for me, but it could be the fresh lime juice. I'm always squeezing it in. D&G, Peter Heckman, I was wondering if they still had midnight buffets with ice carvings. I don't think so. Chevy, D&G Explorers, I'm doing good, working a lot of overtime. Sorry I haven't been able to get on here. Carnival Conquest was great. Had a week of feeling dizzy afterwards, but it's all gone now. D&G, hi, Blaine, 2007, have a great cruise. Peter, D&G, not anymore. No more ice carvings, no more midnight buffets. Reggie and Rand, Sylvan, lime is my favorite garnish. Debbie, fourth biscuit brother was Jim Thomas. That's right. Jim Thomas was the fourth biscuit brother. The steamer, Jim Thomas, Randy Lucas, and me, the four biscuit boys. Yep, we're all one biscuit short of some terrible weight issues. What can we say? Thank you, Debbie. Brittany Lockman, I can't stop laughing. Sylvan, my favorite order in a Chinese restaurant is a bang bang with a large order of some dumb young guy. The look in the waiter's face, priceless. Casey, don't love. Terrible accident when you hear car was totaled. Reggie and your man, glad your friend is okay. Very lucky, so glad. Tracy, Reggie and your man, you comfort your friend and tell them all about my channel. That'll make them feel better, I'm sure. Once they understand, once your friend understands what this channel is all about, troubles are over. They can recuperate for weeks watching Traveling with Bruce, wondering does he do that? How does he do that? Why do people watch him? Tracy, Johnny Witt, anyone have an idea on what company to use in New York for limo or party buses? I need to use one for 8 people and a lot of luggage with a luxury type car and experience. That's a good question. That might be a question for Thomas Henry. That might be because he's in the limo business, but in Pennsylvania, maybe he knows somebody in New York. I don't know. Blaine, thanks, D&G Explorers. I will try to catch you live tomorrow night. Reggie and man, thanks, Tracy. Heather, crazy. Randy Lucas, Debbie, you beat me to it. Jim T is correct. Bakersfield is the answer. Brittany Lockwood, I don't think I watched that show. D&G Explorers, Blaine, nothing is planned for tomorrow because of Halloween, but we will be on briefly. Greg is dressing up. And just a quick hello, it will maybe be around 9 Eastern. Debbie Manuel, Randy, do you know someone chooses Bakersfield at least once every trivia game played, all because of you? Paul Wilgus, D&G Explorers, well, why aren't you dressing up? Kat, rather be a midnight buffet. I hear you there. Robert Brandt, the midnight buffets used to be great. Randy, Debbie E, no, I don't know that. Well, I got that going for me. I need to hit the trivia night again. Robert Brandt, I'm catching up maybe the 5th biscuit boy. Right on, Robert. Debbie Manuel, got another one in 2 hours. Randy, come play with us. Gary, what's the price for NCL drinks package for an 11-day cruise? Anybody know what the drink package is for Norwegian? Off the top of my head, I want to say that the new ultimate drink package, the one with everything, is $100 a day plus 20% tip, $120 a day, 11 days. Multiply that out. That's $1,320 times 2 people in your cabin, $2,640 for your drink package. Good luck with that one. I wouldn't go with that. That is insane. D&G, Paul Wilkes, I will dress more humorous than a full outfit. Gregory gets into it with makeup. AJ Walsh, yes, the Carnival Journeys cruises have the throwback midnight buffet, ice carvings, vegetable carvings, frog pool races, etc. That's got to be a good time. That's from the past. I know my parents, the last cruise they were on back in the 80s, they took pictures of the midnight buffet because the kitchen staff, the buffet staff, they would let people in 15 minutes before you could eat the food just to take pictures of the midnight buffet. Then at midnight, they would open and let people in to eat the midnight buffet. Those were the days of wine and roses, I must say. Peter Heckema saying, Johnny Witt, try New York City party bus and limo service. Right on, Cat Rose. Frog pool races? Gary, NCL solo is good. Yikes, yeah, it's expensive. Gary, you might be better off buying a la carte. I don't know if you'll get your money's worth, but again, these prices are just insane. Debbie, Robert B. Boys would love to have another biscuit brother. Yes, sir. The Biscuit Boys. We're alive. We're well, but we're not skinny. I'll tell you that right now. We are not skinny. Oh my God. How about that? Okay. Despite what my channel might be saying, if my channel is telling you that my trivia is on tomorrow sometime, don't believe it. I'm on at 8 o'clock tonight for live trivia. It's now 6:11 Eastern. I'm on in 1 hour 49 minutes for trivia tonight. After I sign off, I will immediately go to my YouTube settings, and make sure that that show is edited properly for tonight's start time. But something tells me I screwed up today when I posted it. I have a feeling. Johnny Witt, Peter Heckema, will do. Thank you very much for that tip. Brittany, I have some plans for tomorrow, but no parties, just going to some stuff at the church. I attend on campus. By the way, the church I go to is Catholic, and I'm not afraid to say what I'm just to say. It's all good, Brittany. It's all good. This is the happy place. It's all good here. Fantastic, Brittany. Have a great day tomorrow. Sylvan, I bake a mean batch of biscuits. I bet you do, my friend. I bet you do. Brittany, I to make it known. Yeah, I bet you do cook a mean batch of biscuits. Brittany, I meant to say 11 p.m. tonight. It's all good, Brittany. I will change it, and it'll be on at 8. There you go. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Thank you for the thumbs ups. I got 32 today. I don't think I can get 50. If anyone has a thumbs up they can spare, I would love it, but I don't think I'm getting 50 thumbs ups today. I got 50 yesterday, which is incredible, but so far I only have 32. Crazy Rich Guys, we are bringing a special guest to trivia tonight, Traveling with Bruce, 8 o'clock Eastern. I can't wait to see who this is. I'm excited. I'm always excited. Are you guys going to be at home or at Fatty's? I suspect you're at home, but I'm curious. But that would be fantastic. AJ, yes, yes, you dress mechanical frogs and they race in the Lido deck pool. Also wooden horse races, a Journeys cruise. That's going back in time. I remember as a 5-6-year-old kid being on an ocean transatlantic cruise from Germany to Canada. We had the horse races inside. The little horses, you rolled these dice, and then the horses would move along the track, and it was just so much fun. Reggie Man, Crazy Rich Guys, is that Trouble the dog? Debbie Manuel, any hints, Crazy Rich Guys? I don't know if they're going to give out any hints or not. I really don't know. We'll have to just wait and see. And I'm excited. Oh, here we go. Brittany, you might get. Pardon me, I'm just plugging in my pencil to charge it up again. Brittany is saying, Bruce, you might get 50 thumbs ups tonight. Yeah, I might get them tonight. That's true. Crazy Rich Guys, we will be at home. Okay, you'll be at home. You've got a special guest. I'm excited, as of course. I can't wait to figure out who's who. This is going to be fantastic. All right. This is Bruce with Traveling with Bruce saying thanks for joining me today for my live show. October the 30th, 2018, second last day of October. Unbelievable. Paul Wilkes, good show. Bruce, see everybody at Trivia. Gary, NCL 11 days cruise, $429 plus. Yeah, be careful with those drink packages. I would not do it. I would just go a la carte, get off the ship at ports, drink at the on shore for a lot less money, and try to limit your damage if you can. Gary, that sounds like a good deal. Johnny Witt, see everyone at Trivia. I hope I will try and make it. Tracy Dunlop, good show. Bruce, as usual. See you later. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Debbie, great show. Bruce, back in 2 hours. Toodles all. Yes, indeed. 1 hour, 45 minutes. I will be back. Gary, good idea. That's right. Save money. Drink on shore. Cut that cost down on the ship. You may want to go a la carte. Like I said, it can be brutal, really brutally expensive. Peter, see you later, Bruce. Guys, I will see you later tonight. 37 thumbs ups. I'll take that. And see you guys in the next hour and 45 minutes for live trivia. I'm going to adjust the channel's start time to make sure it reflects 8 o'clock Eastern tonight. And Brittany is curious who the guest is going to be. We're going to have to wait till you find out because I don't know. We'll find out. I'm loving it. Thanks, everybody. See you in an hour and 45 minutes from now. This is Bruce with Traveling Bruce saying thanks for joining me. Catch you later. Bye for now.